Hello, everyone. Welcome to the News Browse News broadcast. A report from Zioshi Boss Liberty News Talk program highlights a significant escalation in tensions involving Iran. The article's headline describes a perilous encounter where the Iranian Navy allegedly shelled an Indian oil tanker, leading to a tense dialogue. This incident comes amid stalled negotiations between the United States and Iran. The report suggests that the reasons behind the deadlock in these crucial U.S.-Iran talks have now been revealed, contributing to a sudden surge in regional conflict. The situation indicates increasing volatility in the Middle East, with implications for international shipping and geopolitical stability. The exact details of the naval engagement and the specific reasons for the negotiation stalemate are further elaborated in the accompanying video content. Xinhuanet reports that the U.S. Central Command announced on Saturday that the dock landing ship USS Rushmore is currently engaged in blockade operations within the Arabian Sea. The statement, issued from Washington on April 18th, also noted that the guided missile destroyer USS Pinckney is patrolling regional waters in support of these operations, while the amphibious transport dock ship USS New Orleans is monitoring shipping. This development comes amid escalating tensions in the region. Earlier on Saturday, Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, Navy declared that the Strait of Hormuz had been blocked since Saturday evening and would not be reopened until the United States lifted its naval blockade on the vital waterway. This Iranian statement contradicted earlier confirmations from both Washington and Tehran on Friday that the strait was fully open to all commercial vessels. However, U.S. President Donald Trump later asserted on Truth Social that the U.S. naval blockade would remain in full force, prompting Iran to issue a warning that it would close the strategic strait again if the U.S. blockade continued. According to Dil Shabbat, Iran's government announced on April 17th that the Strait of Hormuz shipping lane had resumed normal traffic. However, less than 24 hours later, on April 18th, reports emerged that the Iranian military had opened fire on and issued warnings to passing merchant ships, prompting several vessels to turn back. This incident highlights a significant discrepancy between the signals sent by Iran's diplomatic system and its hardline military factions, resulting in conflicting instructions on the ground. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi had stated via social media that the strait was open, seen as a negotiation signal. Yet, at sea, Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps personnel warned ships that the waterway remained closed and required permits. The UK Maritime Trade Operations (UKEMTO) reported armed speedboats approaching and firing on merchant ships off Oman, with some vessels damaged. The Revolutionary Guard Navy warned of a strong response for unauthorized passage. Shipping operators, prioritizing safety, adjusted plans based on real-time warnings. This reflects internal divisions within Iran, with diplomacy seeking talks and military maintaining pressure, especially during ongoing ceasefire negotiations. NHK reports that an urban disaster prevention expert, Professor Sato Keiichi of Senshu University, warns that a mega-earthquake striking the Tokyo area could leave more than 1 million people homeless for over half a year. His simulation, based on government damage estimates for a direct hit beneath the capital, indicates that approximately 4.75 million people in Tokyo and surrounding prefectures, Kanagawa, Saitama, Chiba, would have uninhabitable homes. Of these, about 1.18 million would likely struggle to find new housing even 6 months post-disaster. The report highlights challenges such as insufficient land for temporary housing in urban areas and the commercial rental market being unable to absorb such a massive displacement. Potential delays in repair work due to price hikes and worker shortages could exacerbate the problem. To mitigate this, Professor Sato suggests enhancing buildings' quake and fire-resistant capabilities, introducing 2-story temporary housing, and facilitating wide-area sheltering to other municipalities. He emphasizes the urgency of these measures to prevent widespread displacement and ensure people can return to normal life swiftly. The blockade of the Hormuz Strait is causing significant disruptions to the global supply chain, leading to a sharp increase in fuel and fertilizer prices. This surge is severely impacting nut producers in California, a major agricultural state in the United States. According to NTV News NNN, farmers like Mr. Barcelos, who cultivates almonds and other nuts, report diesel prices have risen by 40 to 50%. This directly affects the cost of operating essential farm machinery like tractors. Furthermore, global fertilizer trade relies heavily on the Hormuz Strait, with about 30% passing through it, leading to higher fertilizer costs and potential supply shortages. Farmers anticipate a 10 to 20% increase in the shipping prices of almonds and pistachios this season, and are considering reducing production if costs become unsustainable. This situation poses a double blow to Japan, which imports over 90% of its almonds and pistachios from California, as it faces not only rising commodity prices, but also a potential decrease in consumer purchasing power. As stated by Professor Sumner of the University of California, Davis, the ongoing impact of the Iran conflict raises serious concerns for Japanese households dependent on imported food. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.